Hello and welcome back to the Great War Western Front. We have been fighting on this front for quite a while. The French have started counterattacking us on the southern part of our front, but now we have added stormtroopers to our companies, in addition to having raiders now. So we've got a little more juice on the offensive here. Let's go take Verdun. Now they're predicting a major loss. I'm going to try to be efficient with my supply here and just work them down, build up some battle fatigue on them. So we have a pretty standard setup, what we have seen from the last few times we've attacked on this map. Same thing. They have pretty light cover here. So what we're going to need to do is, first, let's get a bomber going, work on some of these built-in positions. We're going to need smoke cover to get our units in this first line of trenches. And then we can bring in flamethrowers to hopefully take out that, what is it called here? Pillbox? Yep, cannon pillbox. Because that does have vulnerability to fire. The most important thing is that our flamethrower unit has to make it there. I'd also like to be careful with my supply. I don't want to waste it. And we'll need to watch for counterattacks once we take this. Alright, that unit is on the run. So let's go get in these first few trenches here. And then with these guys on the move, I'm going to start to, well, first let's make sure our units are moving like they should. Alright, now I've got to start smoking off. I'm going to do rolling barrages because I don't have actual smoke yet. And this should be enough to stay out of the line of fire for my actual guys here. Now we've got quite a few guys moving up. They are counterattacking on us, but we have artillery, so let's drop some artillery on them. And this is okay. This is our plane. I was worried it was one of theirs. So most of our guys made it. They've got raider companies coming in, but if they're forced to go over the top, we'll win this. Let's move up a second infantry company here. I will start hitting these guys with artillery as they're coming up. So they're at least weakened before they get to me. Now let's get our stormtroopers up there. And let's see, none of these are normal trenches, it looks like. So we might actually have to get in this trench to get close enough. They are dropping artillery on us. Could actually just call it here. Let's call it here. We're gonna work on their fatigue and it'll be progress. That's a tough map to attack on. I would need to be absolutely committed to advancing at all costs there to even capture a single point there. We lost less than them. -2 all around. I'll take it. So we have here -2 on each side. That's fine. We have all of the national will we could ever want. Now, if we look at Metz, I believe Metz is the one that has the same exact map. And again, predicting a major loss, I'm not too worried about it. We've got a lot of supply left. It'll be okay. So again, same map setup here. And what I think I'm actually going to do is do a really stupid defense setup and just plink some units. Hope they attack me for some dumb reason. Absorb some of their troops. Use minimal supply on my side. And see if we can just keep working on their battle fatigue. We'll bring in some heavy artillery just in case. Light artillery in case some weird situation presents itself that is advantageous for us. Let's go. Let's get the balloon up, see what we've got. And let's also accelerate the speed here. So they are already suffering a little bit from morale. They're down to 83%, so we're working on their fatigue a little bit. Great, send a company at me. We will gladly take those casualties. And the reason I'm not attacking is because I don't have the siege artillery to take out these pillboxes. And to get flamethrowers close enough, that would be a lot of assaults, pushing these guys back, making sure we take out these mortars, and that just doesn't seem worth it right now. So we'll just hit them with artillery, take it easy. Cause some casualties, but nothing too dramatic. We must need a pretty direct hit to do damage on this balloon. Can actually ceasefire right here. I bet this will count as a loss. I wonder if it'll boost their national will now that I think about it. +1 for them. Okay. And they lost 450 infantry. Not too dramatic. But I'm not happy about them picking up a national will. Grinding that down is really how you win the game, other than taking their main command province or whatever it's called. Spent 100 supply, that's fine. But now they are further worn down. They have more battle fatigue, they've got disunity of command. And we've got these better provinces to attack from. Plus we have siege artillery in these. They're calling a major loss for us. I don't believe it. Okay, so this is the same map too. Difference here, we have siege artillery. So 10% chance of destroying trenches, but the trenches can be important for us to take ground. So I'm actually not going to use that siege artillery. And we're just going to do a pretty standard attack here. We're going to bulk up these lines, make sure I have plenty of guys to break through. Small forces across the rest of the front. Had to go on mute there. I was going to sneeze, and that was far easier than editing it later. I think we'll go with the standard artillery setup, 2 and 2. That seems to work well for me, not to be excessive, but to provide enough artillery to push through most things. And we've got one left. Let's use a new flame trooper, or stormtrooper. All right, balloons up. We can see a mortar on this side. And let's hit this with siege artillery. That's 200 points of supply. Pretty beefy. I don't like using it. But let's see what happens. Can hear that firing in the background. There we go. And it's gone. So let's actually take these out with assaults rather than artillery. Let's plan this. We'll have these two go up to the first trench. These two bypass, go to the second trench. And let's see. Have this guy go up to this trench. And we'll rolling barrage this so we're under the cover of smoke. Hopefully the timing's good and everyone can get there in time. We gotta get moving though, because they're dropping artillery on us. Let's bring up another line of infantry. And some of their guys are running already, which is great. I don't know where our guys are. This movement's looking clunky. We'll get this trench covered since we've got our guys there. Main thing is just to get everyone in a trench. And they've got that morale penalty, which we will use to our advantage. That should help us, especially in melees. And if we get tanks up here, which I didn't even think about, it'll also help because tanks negatively impact their morale. So there we are. We've got this trench held. They're going to keep firing at me. I'm actually going to retreat these infantry, get them out of there since they're weak. Let's get a grenadier up and just fill in these back trenches with more guys so that we're ready. They're going to take out my main regular infantry there. So I'm going to keep pumping infantry in there. We've got stormtroopers, but not enough of them. These raiders are tough. There we go. Now we've got tank support. So that's going to help our morale. I don't think the raiders are impacted by it. But we've got to keep moving our tank or else we're going to lose more health on this. And let's fill in these trenches while we have the guys to do it with. They have some more troops over here. I don't know if I really want to... Yeah, I've got to hit this mortar. Let's take it out. Otherwise, they're just going to keep firing at me. This is tough to hit. It's just a field mortar. I guess not tough to hit as much as tough to kill. We'll move out of this trench since they've got our number there. And keep moving up troops. We want to capture C. That's our main objective here. Just need to keep moving. Now over here we should be safe. As I say that, I see their flamethrower infantry here. Don't know where that machine gun fire is coming from, but I don't like it. I'll start to hit them with it, although the flamethrowers have short range. Oh, this one's almost done, so let's get it taken out. The light will be enough for it. There we go, took out their blimp. They are really working on us with artillery here. We've just got to keep moving. It's the only way to defeat artillery. Other than to go kill it first, but I don't know how feasible that is for us right now. And man, this is a tough one. They've really got us here. What we need first, let's see. We'll have to take out the flamethrowers. We'll have to get our own flamethrowers up close enough to take out this machine gun. So that's going to require an infantry assault. That's going to require us to have flamethrowers in our second line. And what else? More regular infantry. Can't have too many of those. Oh, and these guys are still just launching mortars at us. We could put a stop to that real quick. All right. We've got our artillery cover. Let's go. I was hoping that the smoke would be enough to get us there. Well, I guess the smoke makes machine gun fire less effective, not completely ineffective. And we're gonna lose this trench. That attack fails. Yeah, we lost it. Man. All right. Oh, we're capturing it. We are making a little progress on this one. What if we just get rid of these infantry here? Will that be enough? We're down to 47 supply also. Not a fan of that. And what happened to the flamethrowers we called up? Did they get... I wonder if the angle was bad and they got caught by the guys in those trenches over to the right. That's unfortunate. Staying just out of range. Let's get some smoke here to hopefully keep these guys a little bit alive. There we go. Are we capturing now? There we are. They better get in that trench before the smoke runs out. All right, at least we've got a few guys in that trench now. And if we capture C, that's definitely it. Let's fast forward. We'll take that minor victory. Because I think that's what territory will throw us into. Nope, still stalemate. Although the casualties might swing it our way. Who knows? I'm not sure how much I actually lost there. Let's see how the points shake out. Still stalemate, -3 on each side, but I've got a lot more to start with. So -3 on each side, still just slowly working them down. Now this, I think, is the best map for us to actually make a move from Stenay. Do we have our siege artillery? Yes, we just don't have tanks in this one. So this is a more standard map. I've got my forces heavily concentrated on the right. Wish I had some tanks, but we'll do what we can here. Let's send a bomber, though it seems like they've definitely been nerfed since the last patch. They're just not hitting much. This trench has 2 guys in it. Good candidate for heavy artillery. And they've got a lot of emplacements here. So if my bombers do what they should, we could do some damage with them early on. And it looks like the battle fatigue is having their effect. You can see they're starting off with 75% morale. They sent some early attacks at me with, looks like 1 company in each of 3 directions. So let's plan this attack. We've got 2 nice full trench lines in the center, 1 that goes to the left. We have machine gun, mortar. We'll need to suppress probably all of these. And I think I'm going to go with my tactic I've been using, which is to send them to a spot rather than a specific trench, and then worry about what specific trench when they get closer. Because I'm bound to lose a couple companies on the way, and sometimes if you're sending guys to a trench that already has 2 companies assigned to it, it seems like they might not actually follow through. So we'll send our regular infantry. We've also got our raiders and flamethrowers that I'm going to send forward. And once they get closer, I'm going to use some artillery as well. Just don't want to overshoot on the artillery, get it there too soon. So they've already started shelling me. Kind of expected it. But my right side is untouched. And now I hear rifle fire. I don't know who's actually firing at me. I'm going to use heavy artillery on this unit because they're likely to try to reinforce. And then I'm going to use the rolling barrage here and here and try to just provide some cover. There we go. Now it should provide some smoke for me while we get our guys up there. This is going to be a rough one. We're going to take some serious casualties. All right. So those troops are going to make it. Let's get our specialized infantry through into that trench. Let's get some raiders through into this trench. And I think we'll make it through. There we go. Make sure these guys are assigned somewhere. We don't want them just hanging out in the open. And then our light artillery's free, so let's make sure that's firing to quiet these guns a little bit. And we've got a pretty solid foothold now. As I say that, they're bringing up some really heavy reinforcements. But we have artillery back. So where can we drop this to be most helpful? Let's take out this mortar, because that mortar is going to continue to work on our guys. Let's work on that flamethrower and maybe these guys in the back line. We'll send some more raiders over to this left side. Make sure we're not overwhelmed there. Maybe we'll get lucky and finish this one, or we'll be really close. There we go. Mortar's gone. So we have a really good foothold. Can't tell who's firing. I have vets. I don't see them having vets. Oh, there are some raiders on the move on this side. This is a situation where it would be awesome to have tanks. Because the tanks could suppress pretty well. Could work on these guys still in the trenches. And while my troops are coming up, let's make sure we keep them suppressed. I don't want them getting any free shots at me. There we go. This is a good foothold. And wow, that's a big wave coming at me. So I'm going to try to hit that with artillery. And we'll at least keep this suppressed. Now they've got to come over the top sometime. So when they do, hopefully my rifle fire can wear them out. There we go, that's one company gone. I lost 2 of my companies. But luckily I've got lots of them, 136 left. I think the 9 supplies are worth it to get rid of this flamethrower company. And looking at what I've got left, there we go, flamethrower company's gone. Now that these guys are suppressed, let's move up some of our other troops and take that trench. This should be an easy fight if my guys ever get in the trench. There we go. We've got 2 really solid companies there against a weakened regular company. So I think that'll swing things in our favor. There we go, we got a control point. Still have 18 minutes left. I'm trying to judge what the best thing to do here is. Should we push through? Or should we just let it be and accept a good result? Let's see. There we go. Now they're getting out of the trenches. Oof. Rough day to be in that company. Let's get some of our other companies moving up. They're moving out in the open, so I'll hit them with artillery. I at least want them weakened before they get to my lines. Though my raiders will do it, I think, a good job holding them off. I'll send some other units for backup. There we go. Let's just keep moving sideways. And we can even retreat some of these companies that are really beat up. Wow, what was that? Oh, the balloon. Okay, I was worried they had some super weapon artillery, and it was actually just a balloon I blew up. Okay. Didn't want to find out they were secret World War I nukes at the bottom of the tech tree. And once they're in combat, we'll move these guys up to this trench and keep moving forward. There we go, I'll send the flamethrowers over. I think we can work our way through like this. Drop some artillery on this back line. We can pretty much go around this front line, and if they try to get out to us, then we can worry about them. But I'm not worried about them now. While they're busy getting shelled, I'll cross over and get to this trench. Oh, they're coming at me. No, let's not do that. Let's not waste our resources. We can actually cross over here. Always moving forward. So we held this trench. Very good. I could retreat this flamethrower team, but I'm not going to. I feel like there's too high of a chance they'd get killed on the way back. And with this attack, I'm going to try to hit them, weaken them a little bit, since this is going to be pretty formidable against what I've got up here. That's a fresh raider team against some of my units that were beat up. But we'll keep moving up. I'll just send the flamethrowers over here to take out some of their artillery. Always happy to take out artillery. There we go. I'll just keep working on that. And keep moving forward. Or left, I guess, in this case. No reason for us to really worry about that front line. If they try to move, we'll get them then. Did they get bored? What's going on here? I don't understand why they're not lighting this on fire. Is that a thing you can do? Where am I getting fired at from? Here. Can I take this trench? We'll see if there's anyone in here first. Yes, there are. Let's get more guys over there right away. I don't want to lose this battle, but I will. I lost those two companies, but we'll win. Their companies here are weak, and we've got more troops on the way. So it's settled. We'll take this out. So now we've got their command trench, and it's going to be taking out B. I think we can continue to bypass this front line. Let's clean out this second line, since they're likely to be a problem still. Happily take out their artillery. That's worth some solid extra points for us. We'll just go send our guys to stand next to it and take it out. Where are they even firing at me from? Here. Can we get out of rifle range, or are they done? They're cooked. So which trench goes all the way across? This one. Let's get some solid units ready to go here. Start lining up for this attack. Oh, these guys. We'll send them packing. Though that is unnecessary casualties. Not thrilled about that. We at least got rid of that regular rifle company, so now it's just a flamethrower company who doesn't have the range to hit us from there. Now with these two companies, we'll push through no problem. Let's get those guys pulled out since they're too weak. And, oh, we've got a company just hanging out here. Let's get them up into the main battle here. We've got a raider company coming to fight regulars and vets. I think we'll win this because of the morale advantage we've got. We've got morale, 2 companies, and one of them are elite. It'll be okay. So once we actually get our units over here, we can start to plan our next steps. Let's get our raiders over there and finish off these artillery. Make sure we get as much stuff on target as we can. So they're moving. I'm guessing they'll come at us pretty soon. Rather than use these companies just as suicide scouts, I think it's better to retreat them, get a few of those supplies back. Because we're at that point where we're digging into our global supply rather than just dealing with the supply from our cores we have in this battle. This last gun's taken a while. If I caught this earlier, I could have hit these guys with artillery. But that's not going to happen. We'll send a unit up. Here we go. Now we can use artillery. Drop it right on the front of the line, so hopefully the whole company has to run through it. Looks like we did some damage. Got a couple of them out. And they have a mortar here. We'll use some light artillery on this position. Start working on them. Make sure we're just moving up, not sitting still for their artillery to hit us. Well, I guess not their artillery, their mortars. Their artillery is a thing of the past. So try to keep this suppressed. Otherwise, they'll just keep using it on me. And here's a good spot for light artillery. It'll at least work on their morale a little bit, even if it doesn't do a ton of damage. We were pouring all the artillery in the world onto that single position. There we go, the mortar's gone. Surrender? I will accept their surrender. I'll take all their points and not lose any more people for it. Let's see how these results look. Great victory, minus 14 there. Love to see that. We've got 200 supply, 300 supply, 300 gold for it, more national will, and they lost 900 gold worth of casualties. We only lost about 500, and even less because of our medical facilities. So we knocked Verdun down 1 star, but unfortunately it has 4 stars, so it'll take a while to actually take that hex. But they're now down below 300, down to 294. We've got 3 turns to finish this Demoralize America mission. So I'll sit tight. I'll wait for them to attack me. So they're attacking in Morhange. We've got tanks there. We've got some good units. Let's see how this goes. They've got 9 cores. Now, I think we've got a solid defense set up here. Almost all of my trenches are individual, and a lot of them are upgraded. So we've got a solid defense. I did forget to use any emplacements, but that'll just give me some more supply for calling in heavier tanks and other reinforcements. So far we see Canadian and British infantry coming at me kind of piecemeal. I'm keeping my tank back. I'm gonna wait until things get a little dicey before I commit my tank, my 1 tank. When I've used, a lot of times when I use emplacements, they get destroyed quickly, whether by bombers or by tanks supporting the main assault. So even though I just completely forgot to place them this time and it wasn't intentional, it might not be that big of a deal. Let's see what they send next. Here we go. We see a few Indian troops crossing. Oh, it's going back. Decided against it. Terrible idea to attack like this. Oh, now here they come. Now they're ready. It's a pretty broad attack. Here comes an American company. That's good. That'll help with my objective I've got. Trying to gauge where to drop some artillery. There we go. Let's bring up the tank. We need the extra support, I think, where this main bulk is coming from. I guess decent with my artillery. It looks like there's a lot of troops there who are getting hit by it. And we're in upgraded trenches for most of these, so that will protect my guys from a lot of the artillery. There we go, there's smoke. And they've got a rolling barrage, so I'm gonna sit tight. I'm not gonna move since it already bypassed my main position here. Some of their units are making it to my trenches, but they're really weakened by the time they do. So that's okay. I'm gonna leave my tank here. No reason not to. Just yet, it's not at risk. It'll just be more fire support as we're working on these companies coming in. Oh, the bomber is working on my tank. Can't really see too much of what's going on back here. Don't have a great line of sight. But my artillery is at least suppressing, making these guys dive for cover. Maybe I'll try to dodge the, I don't know if I can dodge the airstrikes. We'll see if it comes back toward me. I might try to move my tank around and avoid it. It's down to 39 health. I think I've got most of the upgrades you can get for infantry, just their basic fire. So I don't think I could really be taking these units down much faster than I am, other than if I had positions with machine guns and mortars. All right, so we took out those American companies. It's good we've got that mission complete. They request a ceasefire? Yeah, let's take it. I lost almost nothing, and they lost a pretty hefty chunk of troops. And we completed our mission, so that'll give us, I don't know, a few hundred extra gold probably. Let's see, we took out over 3,000 infantry, lost 129. We got a bunch of these bonuses. They somehow got 4 national will out of this, so they might be just -4. But their national will is creeping down. They're probably around 280-ish, 290. Yeah, they're -4. We got +15, which doesn't matter because we're already maxed out at 999. But we ended the day +200 on supply. So that is hugely helpful. 400 gold from defeating those American companies. Let's see what's next. So they are hitting the same sector from another of their hexes. All right, so similar setup to last time. I've got 1 artillery, 1 machine gun tank, a lot of upgraded trenches since we've been hitting this sector before. That's my 1 artillery, and I did bring 2 mortars this time, though I used the cheaper mortars, not the reinforced ones. We'll see how long those actually last. No signs of an enemy attack just yet. And as I say that, they gas me. Or at least I saw the gas symbol. Maybe I missed it? Don't know. Maybe it blew away? I don't have gas masks researched yet, so if I do get hit with gas, running away is going to be my best defense. Couple minutes in, still no attacks. Here we go. Here's the first one. And it is just a tank. That's now running away. I've got artillery queued up for next time it shows itself. Alright, let's put this on regular speed. Drop some artillery. And we lost that mortar position. Just like I was afraid was going to happen. There we go. I was hoping to get more of those vets knocked out before they made it to my lines. But hopefully we can turn these Belgians around. They're being awfully cagey with their tank. They keep bringing it forward and retreating. I've got to bring it over here and make sure I reinforce this trench so I don't lose it all the way. And I don't have anything else I can counter this tank with right now. Maybe I should get a cannon tank in here. They're really pushing through, threatening my back lines with that tank. This is getting to be a little dicey. And where my tank is gone. Don't know where it went, but it's not here anymore. I see a bomber flying around. I bet that's where it went. I think I can get this next company down before they make it to my lines. You know, let's get the anti-aircraft tank in here. Because they're inevitably gonna start this. Oh, we got a flamethrower coming in. Let's see if this cannon tank starts working on them. I think so. I think it's doing damage. There we go. It's done. Let's retreat this company. Slide one over. And bring in a fresh one. I'm gonna have to be careful bringing in fresh companies because they're doing so under fire. There we go. We knocked out a flamethrower company. And I think this cannon tank is weakening their tanks at least. They're launching some lighter attacks on the right. Just a few companies at a time don't really have a chance. Oh, look at that. Because it's friendly barbed wire, they can go right through it. Yeah, no real risk to me here. Now they're out of the smoke. In smoke again, so it'll weaken the damage I'm doing. But it'll still make a difference. Let's angle my tank this way so I can start to fire at the infantry coming in. And they're protected quite well by smoke. But my tank's presence is weakening their resolve a bit. And boosting my own. There we go. And let's send the weaker company off to the left. Alright, they can't have a lot left. Actually, looking at that supply, maybe they do. Oh, there we go. Ceasefire. Beat back a couple attacks. I bet they're just looking at what they've got. And I wonder if there's a supply threshold that they want. You know, if they exhaust a few hundred supply and haven't captured a point yet, they'll bail or something like that. We lost one light tank. They lost two, one light, one heavy, and a bunch more infantry than us. But not a lot of national will. They keep getting that medal that boosts their national will by 3 or 4. There we go, just -3, down to 287. All right, it is my turn. I'm gonna call it here. Let's just see what this event is first. Reduce national will by 20 and we get 2,000 gold. Should be able to do that fairly quickly if we keep the pressure on Verdun. Well, thanks again for watching. Hope you're enjoying this series. If you get a chance, check out my series on Jagged Alliance 3. I'm having a ton of fun with that game. A little different than this, but one of my favorite series of all time. So check that out, and I'll be back soon with more The Great War Western Front. Have a good one.